Well, here we are again. This is the Anode Rod how-to edition of Coolest Life. Because, hey, sometimes things just happen and you just need to take care of things. Because I'm just trying to live, and we're just trying to live the coolest life. So ever so often you need to change your anode rod in your hot water heater? No. Wait, what? What are you saying? There's no such thing as a hot water heater. Do you have a hot water heater in your house? No, you don't. You have a cold water heater. Think about it. Think about it. This water heater does not heat hot water. It heats cold water. So therefore it is a water heater. It is not a hot water heater. Hot water is what it produces, yes, but it does not heat hot water. It heats cold water. Think about that for a minute. Gotcha. Tell that one to your friends, especially your plumbers. See what they say. So anyway, an anode rod is what they call a self-deprecating piece of metal that goes down inside your hot water heater. So if you've got a hot water heater, this is like a 40-gallon one here in most homes. Also, they have these in RVs. It goes in the top here, right here where I got my ratchet. Now, this thing is really in there. It's in there super tight. As a matter of fact, I actually brought a kit. The kit I bought had the anode rod, and it had this giant socket. Now, actually, see this nice little pretty socket wrench? I actually borrowed this from my neighbor. Thank you, neighbor. Because I don't normally use something this large, because most things on a car, you just need a 1/2-inch set. You don't need a big giant torque looking set like this. So anyway, I may buy one eventually, who knows? For good reason to buy tools. Don't tell my wife I'm going to buy me a set of these. The bigger size. Anyway, so there's a big bolt on top, like right there. There's a big bolt on top. This size here fits on, and basically you take it off of there. And it's tough. They say one of the things when it's really tough, what you need to do is get a longer level. And actually I did on mine. I'll have to show you what I did for a level. A lever, not a level, a lever. What I did on mine. I'll show you what I used. But you're going to put that on there and torque it. They said they suggest you do it with 2 people. Why? Because normally these water heaters are not attached to the floor. Their weight alone kind of holds them steady. The pipes going into the walls and stuff essentially keep them from falling over. So what they tell you to do is that you don't need to attach them to the floor. Bad thing about that is when you go to torque on this thing to take it off, this will actually turn. And you got to be careful with that, because you don't want this thing to turn, because it's going to put torque on everything you got up here. So they say what you do for that is you have one person hold it, basically give it a big bear hug, and go around the thing, and then the other person will actually torque on the lever there to get the thing off. And I'm going to show you what I used. It's right out here. I didn't have a bar anywhere because this just wasn't quite long enough, if you know what I mean. It wasn't quite long enough, so I asked for some help. I went to my fence post, much like this fence post on the other side of my house, and I pulled it out. Luckily, or should I say, I had an extra fence post. This one was bad, and I was about to replace it because it's got a bad end. And I stuck this fence post on the end of my lever. So I got a hole here, right? And I had this attached to the water heater, and I put it straight on the end of my pipe here, right here where I have my hand. And I was able to give it just enough leverage to make that thing move. There's an old saying, give me a big enough lever and I will move the world. That's true. You get a big enough lever, a strong enough piece of pipe, and you can move anything. You can move in, but you gotta have a big enough lever for it. So anyway, so where is my oh, here it is. I'll show you the one I pulled out of here. This is the one I pulled out of here. Looks pretty nasty, huh? Yeah, it's about 4 feet long, and the end was already empty. It already has stuff off of it. This one has been in there about 2 years. You should really change these once a year. In an RV, they got short ones. By all means, change them once a year. In an RV, they're about 12 bucks. This one was, I think it was $27, $24. I bought this on eBay, and it came with the socket that fit the top. So anyway, sometimes you got to do some things to fix things just get broke down and you just gotta roll with it, figure out how to fix it. There's tons of videos that show you exactly how to torque this thing off. And also this thing I didn't mention, the top of when I put it in, it had a thread sealer. So I wrapped a couple strands of thread sealer around it, which was like a little white tape is what I put around the threads at the top before I put it in. So that worked pretty well. Something else I wanted to say about this. This is just general maintenance. Most people don't think about this when they buy a new home. You've been in that new home for 2 years, you need to change that. Sometimes because no one changes this, after this is totally gone, that hard water and soft water, that hard water that's inside of your tank will start to eat at the inside of your hot water, of your water heater. I almost said it, didn't I? It'll start eating at the inside of the water heater. But that's what this thing does. It's self-deprecating, so therefore it sacrifices itself. So all the hard water you got running through your system will eat that instead of the inside lining. Now, if you use soft water, a water softener, it will still eat this, but not nearly as fast. Probably about half as fast. So you can leave them in there a little longer than the norm. Well, I hope this video was helpful. Be sure to like and subscribe. Click that button so you'll hear about my new videos that are coming out. And I'm going to be doing another one on this Jeep I have here. I did some things on the inside to the motor and make it a little prettier, but I'll probably do that on my next video unless I head out of town. Big things are coming. I did get my certification. I'm going to be doing a video on NRVIA certification, which is RV inspector certification. It's a national certification company. So I'll be doing one on that. Be sure to look for that. Maybe that's something you might be interested in your area. Might become an RV inspector, and you can actually do it part-time until the money gets there, and you can do it full-time. As a matter of fact, I got an inspection tomorrow over there in Alabama, which is about 20 miles from here. So I'm going to do one over there tomorrow, and I got one next Thursday scheduled. So already busy. I've already had my level 2 certification 2 weeks so far. So already getting some business. Anyway, y'all take care. We'll let you go. Signing off here. Be sure to like and subscribe, and leave a comment down below if you think I need to be doing something else as far as travel adventures and those sort of things. Y'all take care, because I'm just trying to live the coolest life.